and welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the On The Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. I'm joined all the way from extremely hot Florida, Jason Lowe.
How's it going?
Jason. When was the last time we spoke, mate? About 3 years ago now, is it? 3 years?
It's been a couple of years for sure, yeah. I think it was probably right when I switched from Classic to 212.
Oh my God, yeah.
And now we're in Open.
Yes. So, I mean, you've been sort of hashtagging leveled up and leveling up, and I mean, you know, you've gone from men's physique to
Classic.
Classic straight to Open.
Classic to 212 for 2 years, and then to Open.
So, what did you weigh the other week at your last show then? Toronto.
So I think I was somewhere around the 218.
Really?
It wasn't like...
No.
Yeah, it wasn't like... I wasn't crazy big, but like everyone that I talked to after the show thought I was in the 230s.
It looks like 20 pounds more. I would say, 230.
So, and we're probably going to come in a pound or two lighter in Orlando just to bring in that extra sharp conditioning, because obviously I'm not going to be the big guy. Hassan Mostafa's doing it. He's going to be the big guy, you know. But I know I can out-condition him. I can have better shape than him. So it's just, we'll see what the judges like.
So are you glad you made the move up now? Because, I mean, I'm guessing you moved up because you were struggling to make 212?
Yeah, my body just wanted to keep growing. And after holding myself back for several years in Classic physique, I didn't want to make the same mistake in 212. Just because I knew I could force myself back down to 212, it wouldn't be my best look. So kind of like what Flex Lewis was like, he was always in shape at 225.
Yeah.
And then he'd suck down. And, you know, with him, it was a little different. Obviously, he was the champ. So he wanted to hold on to that title. But if he hadn't held on to that title as long as he did and moved up to Open, I think he would have been a threat in the Open because he wasn't holding himself back. And I think that's my plan, is I just don't want to hold myself back. Even if I'm never the biggest guy, I want to let my body reach its best.
Yeah, but like you said, it doesn't matter if you're not the biggest guy because people think you're heavier than you are anyway. I mean, you look like a fully fledged Open guy. I don't think, okay, there's a guy who's just left 212. You look like a guy that actually belongs in that division, and that's the first year you've done it.
Well, that was the exciting part, is after Toronto, like in my head, I'm still not that big. Like, I don't feel that big. And then I'm pumping up with you next to Ian and Hassan backstage and stuff. And then after the show, I talked to Tyler Mannion, and it was really encouraging because he said, look, you made the right decision. You are an Open bodybuilder. You belong in the Open division, but you still need another 5 to 10 pounds of solid stage weight to compete with these bigger guys. So I agree with that. And I think if by some chance I win Orlando, obviously I'll do the Olympia. But if I don't win, another good off season and come in, 5 to 10 pounds of stage weight bigger, I think I can really start be a threat to some of these shows. I
was impressed with the condition as well.
Thanks. We're way sharper for this show.
Really?
Oh man, I was the same weight as I was on stage yesterday morning, but my glutes and hamstrings are just on a whole different level.
So how's the prep gone for this one then?
Man, my metabolism's just gone insane since Toronto. We can't slow it down. I've had probably 6 high carb days in the past 10 days.
Really?
And a high carb day for me this is also my first year working with AJ Sims.
Oh, okay, yeah, because he likes his carbs, doesn't he?
A high carb day with him is like 8,000 calories.
How many carbs is that? Is that like, hang on a minute, that's 2,000 grams.
So, well, we're probably getting over 1,000 carbs, and then, protein and fat is a lot lower on those days. Mm-hmm. But unless we get sometimes we'll do that plus a burger and fries at night. So it's like, and I drop weight. My body's just burning through everything.
Why do you think that is?
Man, I don't know. My metabolism's just gone into overdrive after we sucked down and we depleted so hard for Toronto that I went out. We stayed an extra day in Toronto because it was my wife's birthday, and we'd never been up there before. So we stayed an extra day just to check out the city and spend some time up there. So I kind of ate whatever I wanted for that day. Then when I got back on track, when I got home, like my body just started burning through all the clean food. Like we couldn't slow my metabolism down.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I've never eaten this much food leading into a show.
So how did you feel coming in as an open guy, knowing that you don't have to restrict your body weight as a classic or as a 212? How did that feel?
Well, I didn't want to make the same mistake as I did when I first moved from classic to 212.
Which was?
My very first show in 212, I wasn't conditioned enough because I was like, I got to be bigger. And I remember I did the Tampa Pro was my first 212 show. And I got like 11th, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And 5 weeks later was the New York Pro, and it was COVID year. So it was in Tampa. And that's when I said, I was like, I don't care if I'm smaller. I got to redeem myself and come in just peeled to the bone. I came in like 10 pounds lighter. I was like 200 pounds at the New York Pro and got second.
To Dextric, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember because I remember seeing the pictures coming through on the WhatsApp group chat from Ron Harris. And I was like, I can't call this one because they called you two at the end. And I was like, I don't know how this one's going to go.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was good. You looked good there.
Yeah, me and Bo Lewis have become really good friends since then too. So that was really fun. I went to his wedding. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But yeah. So I didn't want to make the same mistake. So I was like, look, in my head, I'm trying not to think about the fact that my weight is a little lighter than I was hoping it was going to be. I thought I had put on a little more tissue than that, but I was trying to keep that out of my head and just realize I'm going to look bigger if I'm more shredded.
Well, I spoke to Kerith Bajo, and I sent him a message, and I said, mate, I think it was either the Tampa or the New York Pro. I said, mate, you look so much bigger than last year. And I said, how much heavier are you? And he says, I was 10 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I just blew my mind, you know?
It's crazy. Yeah. So like you come in with that conditioning, the separation just makes everything pop and look so much bigger.
Yeah.
So that's the goal here for Orlando too, just to come in even sharper, because obviously I'm not going to put on any muscle between Toronto and Orlando. Mm-hmm. So if I can just come in just that little bit extra crisp and sharpness and separation, I think it'll make me look 5 to 10 pounds bigger. Even though I'll probably be 2 or 3 pounds lighter. And
I think I know it sounds like a silly thing to say, but you definitely look better as an open because everything's fuller, everything's pushing against the skin. The muscle actually looks more separated. I mean, your back shots especially, I thought, okay, yeah, I think this was the right move, you know, because some guys, like maybe like a Kerith or some of these guys or a Keown or something like that, I think maybe stay in 212 for at least several few more years. Do you know what I mean? But this first year in the Open, I can see that this was the right move for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Because, I mean, I didn't want to hold myself back, but I can't lie. I was second guessing things as my weight started dropping, you know, and I thought we were going to be ready around 225. Mm-hmm. And then we kept coming down and we ended up around 218. But I also heard, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but I heard that Tonio, when he won the New York, was only 218.
I believe that.
So, yeah. I mean, he's got that big, bubbly, round muscle. Mm-hmm. He looks bigger than he is when he's on stage hitting those poses. So I think with my shape, you know, really tiny waist, and then, you know, the quads are finally starting to flare out. It's taken a long time to grow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'm really bringing that X frame now, I feel like, and I think that's makes me look bigger than I actually am.
Do you know what? I actually forgot that your quads were a little bit, you needed more sweep, because I'm so in my mind ingrained with these recent pictures, because your legs now, they're just full and big, sweepy and veiny. You know, they're popping now, you know?
The main focus the entire offseason was quads and back. So I had, you know, I had 2 leg days. One was more hamstring focused, but I'd throw one quad movement in there. The other one was just straight quads, and we would destroy them. And then I had 2 back days, and one was like all my heavy rows, heavy T-bar rows, chest supported rows, pull downs, and then the other one was more like lat isolation exercises, single arm row, single arm cable pull down, stuff to isolate the lats a little bit more, and then still throw in one like intensity exercise where I'm, doing a heavy row or pull down where I do drop sets and stuff like that. But that was my, like, it's funny because people will keep saying, dude, your arms and your shoulders grew so much. I didn't train arms or shoulders the entire off season.
Seriously?
Not once.
Wow.
It was all like, if anything, I would throw in some like lateral raises at the end of chest day, or I would throw in, a bicep exercise at the end of the second back workout.
I suppose they're going to get stimulated slightly, aren't they, with chest, back, shoulders? So it's not like you're going to lose them. It's not like they're going to wither away, is it?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew other things needed more work than focusing on that. It'll be nice one day when everything's big enough where I can be like, okay, I can just focus on hitting some arms now, but I'm not there yet.
Going back to the back thing, I think the first one I ever noticed that ever did the 2 back workouts a week was Jay Cutler, because he was having to go up against Ronnie. So he did like a width day and a thickness day. And he hammered it because he knew that once he turned to the back, that's where he lost to Ronnie. So that was so that's something you're emulating. Things I always thought your back shots were pretty good. I mean,
I always thought they were too, but that's always the feedback I get from the judges is that I need more lower lat.
Okay.
So that's why I have the second back day where I'm more isolating the lats, because they always want more lower lats, and I feel like it's more in the back double. Like in the back lat spread, the lats are flaring and wide and they attach really low. But then in the back double, it seems like, it might just be my posing, I don't know, but it seems like I lose it a lot sometimes in the lower lats. Yeah. So I don't know. You can never have too big a back, right?
Very true, very true. And I noticed you kept your midsection nice and tight, because I remember, particularly from the New York Pro, I remember seeing your side shots, and I thought you took Dektrick in the side shots. The side tricep, the side chest, and I think partly was the way your midsection came in. It made you look really, it's kind of what you carried over from the Classic. You look very aesthetic in those shots, and I thought that your physique, and I think you've actually still managed to retain that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's, that was a big goal, because like I said, I know I'm never going to be the biggest guy up there, but if I can maintain that small waist, I think that's good. And that was a big thing of this off season. I tried to stay a bit leaner. Mm-hmm. The heaviest I've ever been, I got up in the high 260s at one point. Wow. But this past off season, I got up to a high 250s, around 260, but a much like cleaner look. I still had some abs. I still had some lines in the legs. It wasn't shredded by any means. I was still a bit fluffy, but it was, I think it helped keep my midsection down for sure. And I trained abs all off season. Good. At least 2-3 times a week.
So you talk about not being the heaviest guy. You've mentioned that several times now. Would you rather be the biggest guy or the most complete guy on the stage?
Oh, definitely the most complete.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Right. So you don't have to be, like I said about Kerith coming in 10 pounds lighter. That, for his particular physique, work for him. Some guys have to put on 10, 15, 20 pounds to kind of get noticed. I mean, you think about Beef Stu Sutherland next to Tony Oberto. Tony, what was he? He probably had 40 pounds on him.
But yeah.
You know, so
at least 30, yeah, for sure.
There you go.
You're right. Yeah, so I mean, and if I were to think about it, you say something like that, would I rather look like Big Ramy, who is going to be the biggest dude up there, or Derek Lunsford?
There you go.
You know, he's not going to ever be the biggest guy up there, but he's very complete, very small waist, and just he brings a wow factor, you know. And that's one thing. When I was in classic physique, I feel like I was pretty symmetrical, but I didn't have any wow factor because there was no standout I knew I needed areas to grow, but I couldn't make weight.
Yeah.
So, and that was part of the leg thing, is like this sweep on my quads. I couldn't put on any muscle because I was already having to fast for 24 hours, take diuretics, sit in the sauna just to make weight. So I couldn't put on any muscle for classic physique, and that's why I decided I just didn't want to hold myself back anymore.
So when you squeezed down into classic or 212, was it that area it particularly came off? Because sometimes they always say you lose it. Where if you're going to lose from anywhere, you're going to lose from the body part you most want.
Yeah, I think my quads would thin out. They would almost look a little stringy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, especially classic. Sometimes I was doing 2 hours of cardio a day.
Oh, sod that. God, that's a nightmare. So, how long have you been working with AJ Sims? How's it going? Tell us about that.
We started at 16 weeks out from Toronto.
Oh,
that was our first. So right at middle of last year, he was living in Orlando. He moved now, but Orlando's only an hour drive from me. Mm-hmm. So I was driving over like every other, maybe once a month or every few weeks to train with him in his, he calls it the dump. It's his garage gym.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Full churn.
It's a different level because I train hard and intense.
Yeah.
But I let myself rest between sets when I know I need it.
Yeah.
And he does not let you rest between sets when you need it. It's like, all right, rest, pause, set to finish this leg press. All right, straight to the hack squat. Sets at 12. All right, drop set. Okay, straight to the, and I'm like, I hadn't puked in a long time, but he made me puke.
Hang on a minute, is there any aircon in this garage?
Oh no, he has one big fan.
Oh no.
That but he blows it out. So it's not blowing the air in on you. He's just blowing the hot air out.
Why?
Yeah.
He's testing you. He's testing you,
walk
mate.
outside and stand in front of the fan.
Nice.
I would just be laid on his driveway on the concrete, waiting, like trying not to puke at the end of the workout.
Yeah.
But then he also has one of those cold plunge tubs.
Okay.
And so we'd get in that afterwards, and it was so refreshing. Like, that would wake you up, and like that was the only way I could drive home afterwards.
Wow. I'm getting Metroflex vibes because I trained at Metroflex in August 2012. Branch and Johnny were there, and I remember just thinking, this is the hottest place I've ever trained in. Middle of August in Texas. Was it? I forget where it is. Plano, not Plano. No, Plano's the other one. I went to the other one as well. The main one, the one that Ronnie trained at.
Yeah. And I've never been there, but I know.
Yeah, it's basically like it's basically hotter than the fiery pits of hell.
Yeah, that's about how it felt. Yeah, and it was crazy. It was an intense workout. And the first one we did was like middle of July.
Right.
Like that's when I started going over there last year to like train with him here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting some advice from him, but he wasn't really coaching me yet. And then we started, we had talked about working together and stuff, but never made any plans. And then 16 weeks out from Toronto, we started actually working together and pushing it hard.
So what makes him such a good coach then?
I think part of it's just that he's learned a lot from multiple people, and he has his own style that he's come up with by putting knowledge from a ton of other coaches together to create his own style, so like when he was a teenager, he moved out to Vegas to train with Jay Cutler for years.
Wow. I never knew that.
Oh yeah. So craziest part is me and AJ are from the same hometown.
Right.
We didn't even know that when we met. And it's a very small town, small little redneck like town in North Florida.
Redneck.
Like nobody's from there. If you're from there, you stay there.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird because when he moved when he was a teenager out to Vegas to train with Jay Cutler and to learn from him, learn from like how he was being dieted by Chris Aceto, and then he's learned from multiple other coaches throughout the years and just. He's had a lot of experience because he started so young that because I'm actually a little bit older than him, but
really, I thought you were younger because you're still. Wow.
He started really young.
Okay.
But so he has a ton of built up knowledge, Yeah, no, I didn't get into bodybuilding until I did my first NPC show. I think I was 28.
28.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm a lot older than most people think.
I've completely forgotten your age, I must admit.
I'm 36.
36. Wow. The thing is, that's still quite young, mate. Considering you've been around for a few years, and you've made an impact.
I feel bodybuilding wise, I'm still young because I started so late. Like I hadn't been pounding myself into the ground with bodybuilding since I was 18, 19, 20. It's so like my body was still pretty fresh, and I hadn't taken any super supplements until after I had turned pro. Like my first Arnold Classic was my with Chris Aceto was the first time I ran anything.
Okay. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive.
And I coached myself before that. I coached myself to turn pro. I coached myself for my first 2 pro shows. And then I went and got blood work done. And I had been dieting for so long, just staying at such a low body fat, that my natural test levels had just gone in the toilet. And so the doctor actually prescribed me TRT.
Preaching to the choir, mate. I just had mine done the other week. I'm working with a company in London, a TRT clinic called Balance My Hormones, because my luteinizing test, is it supposed to be between 5 and 8.6? Mine is 0.3.
Yeah.
So and my estrogen levels were off the chart. So they put me on TRT now. So I've not been too good actually the last few weeks. It's like I've really been in like low energy, just low mood. You wake up, I feel like I'm somebody else. Seriously, it's a weird feeling. I'm just starting to come around now, but the doctor. Yeah.
The doctor was like, I don't know how you're still building muscle. He's like, you're fighting an uphill battle every time you go into the gym, because he's like, are you tired? I was like, yeah, I've been taking more naps lately and stuff. I get tired in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I'm always sore. I just figured that was part of the deal. I'm just always going to be sore, and exhausted because I had trained so hard. And he's like, no, man, you don't need to be feeling like that. So he put me on TRT and stuff like that. And so then once I was on TRT, I was like, okay, well, I'm already taking testosterone from the doctor now.
Nice.
Let's hire a coach and start learning how to do everything else the right way.
Yeah.
As well, the best way possible.
Just as a note of interest, what amount of test did he put you on? Because I'll tell you what he put me on.
200 milligrams a week.
Okay, well, I'm on 125 milligrams, half a mil of Sust every 5 days.
Okay.
25 Proviron once a day, and I do 500 IU of HCG on the day I do the Sustanon. I've been on it about a week now. A week and a half.
They actually prescribed you Proviron too.
Oh, yes.
I don't think they do that over here.
Well, hang on a minute. I've seen some people prescribed Anavar, Deca, GH, Aribidex.
Okay. Certain clinics will.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not TRT, that's gear.
Yeah, you're on a cycle.
What are you talking?
You're prescribed a cycle.
Yeah.
No, it was just 200 milligrams of test and some Aribidex to balance my estrogen.
Yeah.
We were doing like 1 milligram of Aribidex a week.
Right.
To get things in check. And then, honestly, the entire time I was doing classic physique, we never used more than 200 milligrams of test.
Wow, that's interesting.
My body just started coming back to life and started responding so well that to make weight, a lot of times Aceto would take me off of testosterone.
Really?
Just for the last several weeks of the prep. Yeah.
So how quickly did you feel yourself coming around? Because I can already feel myself starting to, I think it's because the Susk is fast acting as well,
took a few weeks.
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
it took a few weeks.
Gives me hope.
Yeah. No, I think I remember getting my blood work done again, like 6 or 9 weeks later, 6 weeks later maybe.
Yeah.
And it had come up and it was in the normal range.
Mm.
And then I remember getting blood work done again 6 months later, and my test levels were like just over 1,000.
Right, okay, because we have a different system in the UK.
You have a different system over there.
Like with diabetes, like with everything. I mean, they said they want me, because when I went to my GP, like my normal doctor, because I said, please, can you test my test levels? Because I don't feel right. I'm sure it's my test levels. So I insisted, and he said, okay then. So he came back, and I was actually doing a little bit of TRT, and I was doing 0.5 ml of enanthate in my shoulder. Do you know what I mean? With an insulin pen. I probably wasn't going deep enough. And the doctor says, oh, yeah, I've checked it. He says, with TRT, he says, you're on, he said, you should be between 6.1 and 28. He says, you're on 6. And that was with TRT. He says, but you're only not, do you know what he said? He says, you're only 0.1 under, so I'm not concerned and I'm not going to treat you for anything. I says, well, I'll just have to go private then. Because my TRT guy said, you need to be in the 25 to 30 range. He says, you know, otherwise, you know, you can't really function properly as a man.
Well, that's the difference between a GP and going to a specialist like that. Because the specialist wants you in the optimal range. Oh. The GP just wants you close to being healthy. Like, they don't care if it's not at the higher end. Over here, GPs, like, you got to beg them to, like, do your hormone levels and stuff. And then they don't even really know what they're looking at.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know?
That's the problem.
That's why I like going to the doctor I go to here, because he used to powerlift, he used to bodybuild, he's done everything, so he's very easy to talk to. If I go in there, get my blood work done, and there's a couple things that are a little elevated or this or that, and he's like, "What are you taking right now?" And I just tell him whatever I'm taking, or I tell him, you know, well, I'm 3 weeks post show, I was running all this.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, that makes sense, but we got to get these numbers back in check before you do anything else.
Yeah.
And he's like, but these numbers make sense because I know what you were doing.
Well, you know? the guy that Mike Cocksick from Balance My Hormones, it was Dr. T, Dr. George from MD. He recommended, he gave me his number, and he said, ring this guy. And I've spoke to him, and because he's got like a podcast and everything, and he's 49, he trains hard, he's quite big, so he completely understands everything. Like he analyzed my blood work, and he said, "Yep, that's high." He says, "Your estrogen's a bit high." He says, "But the Proviron will help that; it'll bring it down." In fact, many years ago, when I lived up in the northeast of England, there was a clinic called Discus, Drugs in Sport Clinic User Support, and it was a doctor that ran a free clinic every Thursday at this place. You get free needle exchange, free blood work, and he would basically use the research. It was all anonymous. Like, you put your initials down, you get a membership card, and he would basically use the data for scientific papers for steroid research and all those kinds of. And it was so like you said, he'd look at something, he'd say that's elevated. He said, well, that's because you've just told me you're taking oxandrolone. You know, that's elevated. He says, as soon as you come off, that will come back down. I'm not worried about that. And it's so nice to actually speak to someone that has knowledge of PEDs and the effects on the body, things that you should be concerned about. Because if I've told my doctor before, I've taken this and taken that, and they don't even know what you're talking about. Like, they go, well, how do you spell that? What is that?
Exactly. So that's how kind of how my doctor is. And he'll be like, look, these numbers make sense. But if they don't come down in the next 6 weeks, we need to do something. We got to get them back in check before you start doing anything else again. So like, he's obviously, this sport's all about longevity. Like, I want to be around to keep going and to reach my best. But also, the plan after Orlando, if I don't win and I start my off season, is to try to start a family. So, I got all my HCG and HMG and Clomid ready to go.
Well, that's why when Dr. George said, is fertility an issue? And I said, absolutely yes. And he says, right, well, I'll prescribe you some HCG as well. Yeah.
So that's the plan after Orlando. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. The wife is ready. So,
what? Like,
I got her a puppy last year. It held her off for 1 year. But...
Come on, we can't be firing blanks, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
So he threw me a bit there. So basically, after Orlando, you've got no more plans after that. Then you just want to shut it down and start making some baby brokus.
I know I need another 5 to 10 quality pounds, like quality stage tissue, like weight, to be really competitive. So I want a good off season to really, I feel like I proved to myself and to others that I belong in the open division this year.
In your first year?
Yeah. So
that's an achievement.
So I think now I want to prove that I can actually win a show.
Yeah.
So if I can take a year to put on the size while keeping my shape, and come in next year and really, be a threat.
So your metabolism's firing, but do you feel good?
Right now, yeah. There's been some days where I wasn't feeling great. Just my metabolism's going too fast, and I was actually starting to go a little hypo in the middle of the day.
Really?
Yeah, and I've never touched insulin before. I've never used it.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why I keep such a smaller waist too, is never touching that type of stuff. But the ironic part is that one of the main reasons I never wanted to touch insulin is because I never wanted to go hypo. And then my metabolism's just going so crazy that I'd be in the middle of a high carb day and I would just pass out on the couch, and one day I didn't wake up for 5 hours.
Wow. You're pushing your body then.
Yeah. And I was just so exhausted, and I woke up and I'm like, oh crap, I missed 2 meals. I'm starting to get my food down real fast. But I'm I just burned through everything so fast that he has me checking my blood sugars every couple hours. So just to make sure we're staying safe and I'm not going to go hypo again or anything like that.
Are your levels good?
Yeah, they've been pretty good so far. They're usually about 2 hours after the meal, though, they're dropping down to in the 70s.
Wow, lucky you.
So I eat a meal of 200 grams of rice with some fish, or whatever, and 2 hours later my blood sugar levels are down in the 70s.
Good, that's good. It's good. So, do you know the first bodybuilder I ever spoke to, because I was really surprised because I'm diabetic, and the first bodybuilder I ever spoke to that tracked their blood sugars, that was a non-diabetic, was Luke Sando.
Oh, really?
When he was working with Chris Aceto, because I was on a podcast with him, a UK podcast, and he was saying, well, I checked my blood sugar. I said, whoa. I says, you're not diabetic, Luke. Why are you checking your blood sugars? And he says, well, Chris Aceto likes us to track our blood sugars to see how the body is utilizing the carbs and, whether to adjust carbs or anything like that. It was interesting, actually.
That
was about 8 years ago.
The interesting part to me there is that we were both coached by Aceto at that time, and Aceto never asked me to do that.
Didn't he?
No.
It's interesting.
No.
But AJ Sims does.
Yeah, once we started having any issues, because I felt fine the entire Toronto prep.
Yeah.
And then after the Toronto prep, it's just, since I've been burning through everything so fast, I just started having some issues with the blood sugar. So now we're tracking it to make sure I'm not, at any health risks or anything like that.
Good. So, Florida, it seems like the moment, 25 years ago, it was all Venice Beach, Gold's Gym, California. Now it seems split, the bodybuilding scene, between Florida and Vegas.
Yeah, I'd throw Texas in there too, probably.
Oh, yeah, because of Gasp and everyone's, yeah. Cheap property, nice properties and stuff like that.
Yeah, but between those three places, it's popping. My side of Florida is not the best.
Why?
I'm over on the Daytona area, which is East Coast.
Okay.
And
it's quite big in Florida. I keep forgetting Florida's actually quite big.
Yeah, the Tampa area is on the other coast in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
And that's where most of the bodybuilding scene is in Florida. It's only a 2-hour drive. Not that bad.
Where would you
2.5 hours maybe?
Where would you Sorry. Where would you recommend in Florida to move?
If I were to, have my choice, I'd probably go over towards Sarasota, Tampa.
Okay.
Area. Yeah. That's where my wife's family lives too, so she would love to be over there. But I think that's where the main bodybuilding scene is. That's where you have, Lunsford, Kamal. There's a ton of pros over there. I know the real. I'm blanking on her actual name, but the real Lois Lane or whatever on
Rachel Daniels.
Yeah, there's a ton of pros that train over there, MI40 and Downtown Powerhouse. So that would be cool. I would love to get out to Vegas too, though, to try train at Flex's gym and stuff. That would be fun. I've never been to Texas. Besides when I won the San Antonio Pro, is the only time I've ever been to Texas.
Oh, okay.
So
I like Texas.
I know some people doing the Texas Pro, so I might, see about flying out there just to support and hang out for the Texas Pro and see what's going on out there.
That's going to be a good show, mate.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And also the production of Freddie Nadeau and that team. I mean, even that first year, I was like, holy shit, I hope this show comes. Because like we had that year, we had the Boston Pro, and that was amazing, but they didn't do it again. Then the Texas Pro, they're like, yeah, we're doing it again. We really want to build this show. And I think that is one of probably the most fastest upcoming shows at the moment. It's great lighting, great lineups. Everyone says good things about it.
And it's like the last chance to qualify for the Olympia, I think.
Oh,
at least
really?
in the States.
Okay.
I don't know. There might be another one in the UK. I don't know, or over across the pond.
Yeah, we've got quite a few over here. We've got Spain, because Nathan Diash is doing this. Spain, Portugal. I think there's one in Italy. There's quite a few. How many in Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, there's quite a few anyway. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but I know at least in the States, I think Texas is the last chance to qualify.
Yeah. So then, going over the current scene at the moment, obviously there's been a lot of changes. It feels like the old guard is maybe starting to withdraw a little bit. You've got Ramy dropping to 5th. You've got the new guys coming through. What's your because I know you're a fan of bodybuilding as well. What's your general feeling on what happened at this year's Olympia?
I'm excited. Honestly, I think if Samson can bring the conditioning where he needs to bring the conditioning, he could win it.
Wow. Well, that's you're saying right. You're just saying all the right things there, mate.
And I would love to see that, honestly. Honestly, it wouldn't be in my best interest because we have very, very different physiques.
Yeah.
So to compare to him is not best for me probably, but I love his physique. He just looks incredible, and I feel like if he brings his back up a little bit and really brings the conditioning in, I think he could win it. And then, I think in time, Derek will be right there at winning it too. He just needs, I don't know if it's more muscle maturity or just because he's very complete.
Yes.
But there's just something that's, always seems a little soft from the front, on his chest and shoulders and stuff like that. But I think in time that'll come.
I think that just comes down to development, which look at Hadi. He's got everything's just so maximally developed for his physique. He's not every single area is just bursting full. Everything's just So in those shots, like the chest shots and the side chest, most muscular and stuff, Hadi, your eyes are drawn to Hadi. But from the back, Lunsford I was there second row at the Olympia last year. And I just remember when Derek first came out by himself and he just did that front relax and everyone because there was so much hype and expectation and everyone just gasped. Everyone just went, whoa, the shoulder to waist. It was and the back shots it was just incredible.
Yeah, it was definitely. I didn't get to see it in person. I was there, but I was in the hotel room watching it on the stream.
Really?
Oh yeah. No. I couldn't afford a ticket.
Oh no.
But no, yeah, he had that wow factor. As soon as he walked out and hit the front relax pose, I was just like, whoa. And then he hit the front double, and you're like, whoa. Yeah. But I get the same feeling when I see Samson hit some of those poses,
Yeah.
So I feel like obviously Hadi's the champion right now, and I feel like his conditioning could have been a little better this past year.
Yep.
So I think if he put on a little bit of quality tissue and doesn't worry about the size as much this time and just comes in his normal conditioning like he used to bring.
Yep.
I think he could still retain the title.
Well, Hadi was 10 pounds heavier last year.
Yeah.
10 pounds heavier. That's, maybe
but I think he
6 or 7.
5 pounds lighter.
Yeah. Because when he first came out, Steve Blackman, the boss at MD, was next to me. When he first came out, he went, "Oh, Hadi's off." But Hadi actually unbelievably hardened up even as the prejudging went on. And as the show went on, he just got better and better. But when he first came out, I was actually a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think his conditioning, especially the back shots, just the conditioning wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting because, like you said, there's a lot of new up and coming guys that if they come in a little bit better, bring this up or that up, and bring the conditioning. I mean, Nick Walker looks insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's so many. I do think some of the younger guys are going to start moving up though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think so. And the thing is, with I think you can guarantee that with Derek and Samson, I think that they will be improved.
I'm interested to see what Brett Wilkin looks like too on the stage.
True, because I was there when he won the Romania. We were doing the live stream commentary, and he won, and that meant he could shut it down for a full year.
Yeah, he took a long time to pack on some size, and he always brings the conditioning.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be an interesting, if he really put on some quality size and comes in peeled, he could be a threat too for that, at least in the top 10.
It's funny because when somebody qualifies really early, it's an advantage that they can shut it down and they've got all year to train. But the disadvantage is I completely forgot about Brett Wilkin.
Yeah, you forget that.
You're like, oh yeah, shit, yeah, you're right.
I know. I only thought about it because I just talked to him the other day. He's going to come up and watch the Orlando Pro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he's looking insane, and like, he's got the shape too. He's got the small waist. He's got, good structure. So if he brings the little more mass and his trademark conditioning, I think he's definitely, easily a potential top 10.
Yeah, no, I could see that. So obviously Orlando, we know Hassan's in it. Who else? Because I've not, obviously the list hasn't. Myself and Ron Harris are going to do the power hour on Tuesday or Wednesday. As soon as the list comes out, we're going to do the review on that. So
the list isn't out, but the only ones I've heard that are doing it is Stanimal.
Okay, yeah, saw that.
I think Patrick Moore.
Okay. Patrick stays really quiet though.
Yeah,
he just pops up at shows, jumps into the Arnold at the last minute, disappears.
And maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he's not doing it. But that was the last thing I heard is that he was doing it.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I know Dom Cardone's coaching a guy that's doing it, but I don't know the guy's name. I saw him post him. But I've never seen the guy compete as a pro, so I'm not sure what he'll look like. I really don't know. I have no idea what the list is going to look like.
Good.
I thought originally that it would be a ton of the guys that were planning on Puerto Rico because they canceled the Puerto Rico Pro.
Yeah.
And then I've seen several of those guys talking about doing Chicago, not Orlando.
Okay.
So I have no idea who's going to show up in Orlando.
Who cares?
Exactly. All I care about is bringing my best.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can bring my best, I can be better than Toronto. Yeah. That's all I can do. Mm-hmm. And then work on it from there.
Maybe
keep leveling up.
Exactly. Maybe you can do what you did in 2020 and go from from 11th to 2nd. Tampa to New York. I remember that. I was like, holy shit. That was like, I've seen guys like Phil Clahar. I think he went from 11th to 2nd or 3rd or something, like real big jumps. I think they're really exciting, and like you said, you're going to be lighter and tighter. And I think that first one is an open. You're probably a little bit apprehensive and you don't know how you want to see how you fit in the scheme of things. And, now the judges have seen you, your confidence, like you're already seen and perceived as an open guy. Yeah, exactly. You're an open guy now.
I got the butterflies out and I got that bit of confidence from Tyler telling me that I definitely belong in the open division. So that's good to hear.
Good.
And I'm definitely coming in way sharper and I'm excited for that. The goal, obviously you have no idea what the judges are going to do, or I don't know who all is going to show up, but if we can move from 6th place in Toronto to the top 3 or even top 5, that's, I was so excited that I was top 6, Yeah, bummed out that only top 5 got trophies.
Oh no!
And I'm like,
oh no!
I could have gotten a trophy at my first open show here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like so close, but Joe Seaman just beat me out on that, and he was massive, and he doesn't have the structure, but he has so much muscle, and he was in condition good.
He's a monster, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he really is. I was, like I said, like 218, and he was like 270 or something.
I think he walked past Ron Harris, and Ron was doing an interview or something. He says, Joe, what are you weighing? He says, 268 this morning, 272 or something by the time I'm on stage. 272!
Yeah.
That's freaking huge.
I'm standing next to him at 218 right next to him.
Well,
I'm like, but I looked at some of the shots, and I was like, I don't feel like I look really overshadowed or anything. I feel like I fit in next to him, you know? I don't know. I'm excited to just bring a better package.
Good. And the thing is, I thought your condition was good. So if you're saying now that your condition's going to be even better, I think you're gonna surprise yourself.
I hope so, because I'm definitely, my glutes and hamstrings from this morning's check-ins are light years beyond what I was on stage in Toronto.
Fantastic.
So, good. I don't think they've ever looked like this before.
Wow. So AJ's happy then?
Yeah. Although then he's still starving me, so he's like, we're gonna keep it. I was expecting like a high carb day because my weight dropped a bit and I was just dry and hard, and he's like, we're gonna keep it crispy. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever it takes, let's go for it, whatever.
So what's...
And I figure we'll probably keep it pretty low until like Wednesday and start carving up, is what I would guess.
So when
the interesting thing with him, Aceto likes his diuretics.
Yeah.
With AJ, we used like a quarter of a diazide.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
But there was a lot of vodka. Oh my God. I haven't drank in 5.5 years since my wedding.
Okay.
And I went through over a pint of vodka. The day before the show, carbing up. It would be like 3 ounces of vodka and 2 ounces of coffee.
So
that's your fluid with this meal.
That's what they drink in Russia for breakfast, a pint of vodka. Pint of vodka. My God, you must be wrecked.
Oh, it was, dude. Like my wife Ashley, she was waiting for me to start dancing or something in the hotel room because I'm like, I haven't drank in 5.5 years. I'm taking 3 ounces at a time.
Wow.
Like, yeah, but I mean, it worked.
I feel like we have to give some credit to Flex Wheeler as well for giving the vodka and coffee one to Ronnie Coleman, because that was story. It's obviously been picked up on by a few people because that was the one that where Ronnie beat Flex and beat everyone, you know. So
yeah,
yes, okay, that's something we'll have to note down. So, but anyway, I mean, it's better than taking loads of diazide or aldactone or whatever, you know.
Yeah, well, the other
Lasix
point of it too was to bring down your cortisol levels, kind of relax you, because like he would have me do like the 3 ounces of vodka, and then he's like, all right, to do this with your meal, and then I want you to put your feet up and take a nap.
Go to bed, yeah.
And I would actually be able to take a nap. Whereas normally I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. I mean, in the UK, I think we're kind of old school. We used to do like the dry white wine the night before, and I drink. It was funny because I'd be doing like glutamine, teaspoons of glutamine, and all whatever. I can't remember what else was, and all the vitamin C's and dandelion tablets, and we'd be doing that with dry white wine. Literally drink it out the bottle. It's so disgusting.
He had me buy the wine too, but we never opened it. We just kept doing vodka.
Send it to me.
My wife will drink it.
Yeah, sure. Right. Right, okay then, mate. Well, I know you're 1 week out, and I know you've just had a meal, so you're probably going to be hungry. But this has been a really, really good talk, mate. And like I said, I'm really happy to see you in the Open now. So, because the thing is, I do worry about these guys that, that really struggle, because, you hear some horror stories, of people that... And the thing is also, you're an athlete, you want to progress, you want to be bigger and better, and if your body and you're a hard trainer, and your body will clearly want to grow, you know. So
I'm a big eater.
Sorry,
I like food. I like food too. So I like to train very intense and very heavy and hard.
Yeah.
And I love to eat. So like my body just wants to grow. Like it's people always talk about struggling to eat, and I struggle not to. I'm always hungry.
Yeah. Good. Good. All right then, mate. Well, I'll be watching the live stream for Orlando. So I'll be rooting on for you, mate. And we'll be doing a preview as well with Ron Harris on the Power Hour on, I think, Tuesday. I think as soon as the list comes out, me and him are going to record it, so on Zoom. So, yeah, this has been really good, mate. Good to catch up. And, and hopefully... Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's always a pleasure, mate. And hopefully see you at the Olympia, mate.
I'll be there whether I'm competing or not.
Get your ass there.
It's in Orlando, so I have no excuse. An hour down the road. 1 hour. Come on, mate. Come on. All right then, mate. Well, all the best for next weekend. Go kick some ass. And I'm excited to see what you're going to be bringing, for your new improved package as an open guy. And thanks again for coming on MD Globe Muscle, Jason. For sure. Thanks for having me. Anytime. All right then, mate. Take care then. All right, you too. Bye-bye. I'm joined all the way from Italy, the guy who's just won the Classic at the Sheru Classic, Laszlo Kiraly. Congratulations, mate.
Hi, thank you much for the invitation.
Oh, mate, you're still tanned up. I mean, when did you win? What was it, 45 minutes, an hour ago?
An hour ago. Yeah, an hour ago.
How do you feel, mate?
I'm a bit tired. This was the longest competition I ever had. A lot of long round. So I'm officially in the top 3 angriest moment of Patrick Tuor because because I made a lot of mistakes in the posing. So the coach was so angry. He was so angry. Patrick was angry. Why? What were you doing wrong? Because he just shot all the competition, just flex the legs. I think I was a bit tired, or I don't know. The leg poses. You can see my legs always a little bit smooth. Yeah. But the condition was okay. But when I hit the double biceps, when I set up the pose, the leg was okay. Immediately I set up, it's gone. Really? You were just relaxing it, and obviously Patrick was seeing that, and he was not happy. No, he was. This was the top 3 angriest moment. He told me that after the competition, if he's got a gun, he shoot me. Oh, he was really? Really, yeah, it's serious. I have seen Patrick very passionate before. I have seen him at shows. He gets very... He's like... the only one is Neil Hill. He's the only one. Neil Hill and Patrick, when they're at shows, they're so intense. Yeah, this coaches, they were bodybuilders, so they feel the passion about the sport, and this coach is fantastic. I think Patrick Tuor is one of the greatest coach in this industry, and without his knowledge, I can't do this. I'm 100%. I saw the 16-week transformation. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah. I think he don't have a bag of tricks or something like that, because the difference between the bulking and the competition diet is the amount of food. So we eat clean the whole year. He fed me with quality food whole year, so we can put on a lot of sides. Yeah. And the timing was, I think the timing was perfect, because he said me, tomorrow you will be the biggest guy on the stage, and I think I was the biggest guy on the stage with the size and stage. So he knew something. So I want to ask, what is your weight cap for your height? 109. And you were 108, correct? Sorry? You were 108. I saw on Patrick's Instagram. Yeah. So 1 kilo. Yeah. So I mean, what do you is it exactly like in pounds? I mean, how much have you got? Have you got like 2-3 pounds? Have you got much that you feel like you can play with now? I think maybe 1.5 or 2 kilo difference between my weight and weight. Good. It was a very good lineup, mate. Yeah, this guy was so fantastic. The Polish guy who
Adam.
Yeah, very great symmetry. We have two Polish guys. They were so good. Sorry, I don't know the names.
Well, the guy that was, I think, fourth. I think I had him in around fourth. Adam Bemer. He was the guy that won Romania.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember him being interviewed, and all he could say was Polish power.
Yeah. this Polish power is real because these guys look so good.
Yeah.
The evolution of classic physique is so good in these years. This category is not about just the symmetry. You need the symmetry and the size and the condition.
Yeah.
Maybe the hardest category. It will be the hardest category on this industry.
Thing is, your front double bicep, which is the first pose, that is probably your strongest pose. That and your front lat spread.
I think too. Yeah. The waistline and the lats and my quads. This makes my strongest point in this pose.
So
we need to work on the back poses a lot because from this side my back looks good, but need a little bit more density or majority just from the middle of the back.
So when was the last time you competed then? It's been a while, isn't it?
Last year, the one of Classic, but I was out of shape. So this prep was fully with personal life struggles. I was not passion driven like now. So a good coach is not just change your training routine, change your mindset. And Patrick changed my mindset about the sport. I always feel the passion about the process. And if I can give an advice to young guys who want to be successful in bodybuilding or everything in life, without love and passion, what you do is nothing. You won't be successful because there's hard times, and you need to remember why you started.
Yeah,
it's mental.
I mean, I thought you were good a couple of years ago, but what I was seeing in those progress videos in the last few weeks, you've certainly caught a lot of people's attention because, like, the improvements to your physique was incredible.
Yeah. Now in this year was the improvement is so strong. The 2031 and 32 was just struggling.
Right.
This year was the game changer.
So it was Patrick that changed your mindset.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good.
So, I mean, I just messaged him and he said, I'm already driving home because he's going back to Rome, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, you've qualified for the Olympia now. So you're not going to do any more shows now until the Olympia? It's just the Olympia?
Everybody wants to see with me the French guy in the Portugal Pro.
Okay.
But I wanted to, but Patrick, no.
Okay.
He said he don't want to hear me about 3 days. Just relax and eat. And after 3 days, we start the prep to the Olympia because this is the main goal. So we keep working, just need a little bit rest.
Yeah. So why aren't you out in a restaurant eating lots of pasta?
Yeah.
I mean, now, why are you going out now afterwards? Or, I mean, you've been on stage 1 hour ago.
Yes, but now I'm so emotional. So it's not about to eat something. I'm a professional athlete.
Wow.
I don't feel anymore this craving about junk food.
Really?
I don't have a cheat meal in this diet. This is bodybuilding. This is my life. It's not about to eat some junk food. And if you're a professional, this will be in your blood, in the DNA a little bit of time. I will eat tonight, but don't crave anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Patrick has really taken you to another level, mate.
Yes, it's 100%. It's 100%.
Sorry, Lauren's just commenting on your shoulders. Shoulders are there's some stuff going on in your shoulders, twitching and stuff. Incredible. I love the fact he's just sat with his top off. I remember I did a show once and I just sat there all night with my top off in my room. It was great.
Sorry, I just came from the shower. Yeah.
Oh, get the tan off. Get the tan off.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're feeling good then, yeah?
Yeah. I'm now. I feel good.
Good.
Yeah, I feel good now.
Were you nervous at all at the prejudging, or how did you feel being, were you confident?
Before the competition, I was a little bit nervous because the guys look so big, but in person, in real life, it's a different game. Before the show, a video about me from my posing was so popular.
Yes.
I was in a long trunk, and everybody speak about I don't have a legs just because I'm posing in a long trunk. But why? And there's a two bays. They want me I'm the perfect classic, and another guys told me a man's physique without legs. So I need to prove just because of the long trunk.
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit nervous and a very, very big pressure from social media. But this was the first time when I slept in the backstage before the show.
You slept?
I become so in the backstage.
Wow. No alcohol?
I was so just slow down, because the process is same as when you drive a plane. Yeah. So with the timing too for the competition, you just need to go this way, just slow down, slow and easy for the competition, with the food, with the water, with the salt, and with your mind, just keep calm. Stress, cortisol, just hold the water, and I clear my mind. And if you've done your work, you don't need to be nervous. If you not, it's off, so you will lose. Don't need to be nervous again. So I
Good. So
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Just with the flexing my legs. This was my biggest mistake on stage. I need to practice more and more the posing.
Yeah.
My only one. I'm not happy in 100% because I saw Patrick was so angry. This is a bit make a shadow on this in this very moment.
I can imagine Patrick now. Actually, I can see it now. I can see him going crazy. Like I said, I've seen him do it at shows before, but that's great. You want that though.
Because Patrick is a very, very calm person, and if you can make a calm person angry,
that's a problem. I like it. Yeah. Well, you won't do it. You're not going to do it at the Olympia, are you?
No, I will practice all day the posing after this.
Good.
Just posing. I was satisfied with the size, with the condition. Just the presentation was my biggest mistake, and I know it. And apologies from my friends and the fans from Patrick, because on some picture you will show on the social media my leg was so smooth, and not because of the condition, because I don't flex.
Well, your legs were in condition, because when you were posting those pictures of you doing the vacuum, I mean, I just brought it up on I brought a picture up in Hot News in a segment in the show, and I said, look at the separation and the striations and the detail in your legs. So your legs are not soft.
Yeah, and this was the reason why Patrick was so angry, because we need to show this.
Yeah.
This separation of the quads, and we miss it. And this pissed me off a little bit. So I'm happy, but not 10/10, maybe 10/8.
Well,
it's not about winning, it's about to show the improvement of the physique.
Yeah. Yeah. You made big improvements. You won the show in a very good show, in a very good lineup. You've got your qualification on your first try, and now you can shut it down until the Olympia now. So I think you're in a very, very, I'm sure Patrick is driving home happy now, and you're happy. You've got a qualification. You're good.
Yeah, but the Olympia Olympia will be a different game. A lot of good guys. They are the top of the top athletes. So I need to practice more. Need to make this much easier on the stage. This was my biggest mistake today. So
good.
I will keep focused.
Good. Well,
Patrick know the diet. Yeah.
Good. Well, I wanted to congratulate you, mate, because I was so.
Thank you very much.
Because before I started filming this other segment, they hadn't updated. There was an Instagram called Bodybuilders Without Borders, and they'd shown the comparison, individual shots, and I was like, okay. And then when I brought it up in the segment, the post came up that you'd won. So I was really doing the frontal bicep. I was like, yes, he's won. I was so happy, mate. I was so relieved for you. I'm so glad we managed to get you on, so I really appreciate you taking the time, you've just scrubbed the tan off. And
thank you very much.
And and I can't wait for the Olympia now, mate. I can't wait.
Thank you very much. I hope we speak about the Olympia with a very good place and with better performance on the stage.
Well, if I'm at the Olympia this year, I'll come and interview you at the Meet the Olympians, and I'll get you on Global Muscle again when you're at home before the Olympia, before you fly out, and we'll have a really good long chat, because I just wanted to get you on for a quick kind of winner interview, just like I said, to congratulate you face to face and just say
thank you very much.
And just say I'm really, really happy for you, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right, Laszlo, I'll let you. I can't believe he's not having a big bowl of pasta. So, but and also safe travels home tomorrow back to Hungary.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much.
And I'll speak to you soon, mate.
I hope to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laszlo, and congratulations.
Bye. Thank you very much. Bye. Goodbye.
Okay, guys, welcome to Season 5, Episode 36 of MD Global Muscle Hot News. And, of course, I'm joined by lovely Lady T, Lauren Lotter.
Hello.
Where's the mic stand, Lauren?
Oh, so we have to improvise just with this one element. And the mic stand seems to be somewhere else.
Yes, it's actually blocking we've actually got an umbrella on top of the mic stand to block the light from streaming into my face and blinding me, basically. So sometimes you have to improvise. We've actually got proper light blockers, but they're too much faff to bloody put together, aren't they? A pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Mike, dear.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And also, apologies for last week, because obviously there was no episode. I had a weekend off. Went to lovely Newcastle, didn't we?
Oh, that was so nice. Yeah, I definitely recommend it if you're here in the UK.
That was last week. That feels like ages ago now.
It's because we're doing so much. So, I mean...
Yes. Yeah, it was a nice weekend. Yeah, went to the beach and went to the aquatic aquarium thing and saw a lot of fish. It was a lot of fish, really, wasn't it? Wasn't many fish. A couple of sharks about that big. They were tiny. I've caught bigger sharks than that.
They were pretty tiny.
Yeah, pretty tiny.
Something's happened with the second screen.
Oh, it's all right.
Oh, no.
It's all right. It's just because I hadn't tapped it for a while. So, right. Okay, let's get straight into it. Obviously, we had a fantastic interview there from Jason Lowe, the pro that went from Classic to 212, and now this year he did the Open. He got 6th place in his first Open Pro show at the Toronto Pro. Fantastic result. Working now with AJ Sims, as you heard in the interview. And also, I think he's going to do much better. I think he's going to do better in Orlando. I think he's going to be top 3. I'd like to see a call out with him and Hassan. And I think obviously we don't know. The list isn't out yet. It's out, I think, on Tuesday. This show comes out on Wednesday, but we record this on Sunday. Actually, we're recording this over probably 2 days now, because one of the guests in this episode hasn't confirmed, because he's actually competing today. He's literally been on stage in the last few hours. So I'm going to try and get Laszlo Kiraly, the incredible Classic Pro, who we actually had on Global about 3 years ago. He's been working with Patrick Tuor, and a lot of people are talking about this guy, but we'll come to him in a second. So anyway, back to Jason Lowe. Yes, I mean, to go from Classic to 212 to Open, that's pretty incredible, isn't it, Lauren?
Yeah, no, he's really one to watch, and I've enjoyed the interview with him. Oh my goodness, look at this. Sorry guys, some technical issues as I figure this out. But no, he was really good to talk to. I learned a lot about vodka and coffee, and thought it was really interesting. But yeah, good luck to you, Jason, with your show.
Vodka and coffee, work for Ronnie Coleman, work for Jason Lowe. Pint of vodka though.
That's pretty gross.
I mean, if you've not drunk in five years and someone says, right, your coach says, right, okay, drink some. Thing is, I like the idea of the cortisol because it brings down your stress levels. Because, I mean, I used to always be able to sleep before a contest.
Okay.
The night before a contest. Bloody hell, the night before my surgery, I had a good night's sleep. And that was surgery I had no guarantee of getting through. And and my whole body was stinging, and within 20 minutes I was out like a light. So I can. I'm one of these people that can probably sleep anywhere. So, So anyway, he did the vodka, and it was nice hearing about his working relationship now with AJ Sims, and 218. That's all he is. Look at this. He does look like a guy like that's in his 230s, and his legs do look a lot better as an open because, like I said in the interview, sometimes your worst body part, technically, is usually where it comes off the most if you're dropping weight. Do you know what I mean? If you need to get into like a classic or a 212 weight limit. But he's obviously holding the leg size. The legs looking a lot better as an open. Fantastic to see. He's actually just sent me a couple of pictures, actually, which I'm probably not allowed to show.
No, don't show
And
them
his back lat spread, I swore. And his back lat spread looked absolutely incredible. Oh. Really, really incredible. See, look at the side shots. Look at that. That's what I said to him. I said, I'm really glad you kept the waist nice and small. Looks really good. Really good.
Good legs. It's really impressive to know that he's gone from the classic 212 and then into open. It's really interesting when the guys do that.
2 back sessions a week, so it looks like it's working. His lower lats look fantastic there, I think.
Yeah, that's a nice back.
Yeah, and look at that spread. Yeah. Oh, the shot I saw was more impressive than that. So he's obviously when the sharper they get, the more they pop, the more everything looks fuller, and those famous garage shots he does, like Chris Bumstead. Oh. But it looks really, really good. Nice and dry. Reckons he'll be a couple of pounds sharper than he was at the Toronto. And so it looks very, very good. Okay, then let's have a look at some other pictures and videos. He looks really good here. This is a good one. Look at that. Looks fun. His legs there. His legs don't look a weakness there, do they? Wow. Look really like a strength now. Absolutely fantastic. There he is with his lady, lovely wife. Aww. I don't know her name. Shit.
Well, it's probably called Ashley.
Ash Squats Lowe.
Ashley.
Oh, Lowe, because Ash. Well, her name's not Ash Squats, is it?
No, it's Ashley.
Ashley. Oh no, Squats obviously for the bodybuilding thing.
Yes.
Right. Right. Okay. I'm glad we've established that. Right. Okay. Yeah, he looks good. That must have been just after Toronto because he's still bloody tanned up there. And I think, hang on. There's a bit of a clue. What country do you think he's in, Lauren?
Canada.
So that was obviously Canada. I've been really stupid today. And what's my excuse, Lauren? Do I have an excuse?
We've had a long day.
Oh, long day. Yes, long day. Yeah, we did lots of filming for the Buff Bombshell show, didn't we?
Yeah,
two good episodes actually.
Yeah, no, we did quite a lot. Oh, crack. Sorry, you guys.
Come on, Lauren, sort it out.
Okay, so this is a little. Oh my gosh. So sorry.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Okay, apologies.
Trying to do it with one hand. Story of my life.
Jeez.
Come on, talk, woman.
I can't.
Stop.
You need to carry on now.
Come on. Right, okay.
Oh my God.
Right, let's look at some more Jason Lowe then. Yeah, it looks really, really good. I think another 5-10. I think everyone looks always better with another 5-10 pounds, but I think he looks good as he is now.
I like the most muscular.
You love the most muscular. I like his side shots. I said that when I saw the shots when he came second at the New York Pro in the 212 to Detrick Bo Lewis. I loved his side shots. I thought he had Detrick on the side shots. Look at the side tries because I like things with me. If you've ever seen my contest shots, I had very, very good developed intercostals. Mm-hmm. I think it really in those side shots it really brings that V taper right into the waist. Because I used to really train them a lot. Because if you look at the early 90s Olympias guys in those quarter turns, if you ain't got an intercostals, the whole shot looks weird. So it really sets off his side shots, his side chest, side tricep. Let's have a look from the back, I think. Front shots are good. Yeah, front shots are good. Not crazy on his front lat spreads. Frontal biceps is good. His rear shots have really, really improved. Really, really come up a lot there. There he is. How many? 12 days out. So yeah, it looks good. I think he's going to be a lot sharper for this show.
Nice.
For Orlando. So I'll be doing a review with a preview with Ron Harris, and we'll be doing some live coverage as well on Sunday. So because I watch the live stream, we'll basically do like a live watch party like we did for Spain. God, Chris looked good, didn't he?
Incredible.
Next level.
Absolutely
oh my
incredible.
God, absolutely incredible. I can't believe what that guy has done. I think he's going to be top 6 Olympia this year. Anyway, back to Jason. Here's Jason in the kitchen. Okay, just
this is where the gains are made.
Gains are made. Muscle muffins.
Muscle muffins. That's a great idea.
Muscle muffins. I've trademarked it, by the way, already. Just trademarked it on my phone under the table. So yeah. Okay, then yeah, that's pretty much. Oh shit. What have I done?
Just advertising the Olympia.
Yeah, just advertising Olympia. Well, it's the biggest bodybuilding show in the world, so of course we're happy to promote that. Right, okay, let's go to Bodybuilders Without Borders because that's stupid. Stop it. That's really annoying. Hate that thing. Hang on.
You can see we have some technical issues.
Sorry. Hang on. Get off.
Just click on it.
I don't want to get out. No! I don't want to open anything. Stop it. Okay. Oh, no, that's annoying. Right, okay. We're just going to have to make do. Right, here's Laszlo. Oh, he's won. He won. Oh, my God. He's just updated. Laszlo won. Ah, fantastic. So hopefully we're going to try and get Laszlo on either tonight or tomorrow morning, but he'll be in this episode. So by the time you watch this, you'll actually know. So I'm probably talking about something completely pointless because he has... I spoke to him earlier this week. I do have his number because we had him on Global Muscle 3 years ago. But there's a lot of hype around this guy.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Steve Blackman really rates him. Do you know who he thinks he could beat?
Oh.
C-Bum.
No.
Yeah. I don't know whether about beating C-Bum.
I just need to see them on stage together. I'm not going to make it because Christopher is a god.
I think he's a top 10 Olympia guy, maybe even top 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I literally looked at my phone, 20 minutes ago, and this update wasn't on there. So this has literally just gone up in the, should say, 28 minutes. I suppose we have been fanning around for 28 minutes, haven't we? So. Yeah. Fanny Fox. Sorry, you're going to watch the Buff Bombshell show, a bit of inside joke. Sorry. So congratulations there to Laszlo Kiraly, a Hungarian athlete. I think it was season 2 I had him on in Global Muscle, like 3 years ago. But absolutely fantastic. So yeah, because it looked like he was first or second. Obviously got first, so I'm absolutely over the moon for him and his coach Patrick Tuor. I've just messaged because literally before we started filming, I messaged Laszlo and Patrick Tuor and I said, "How's he doing? How's he getting on? How did it go?" And they obviously haven't checked their phone because they're still at the show and they're probably celebrating. So after we film this, I'm actually going to message Laszlo to see if I can get him on because I only want him on for 15-20 minutes. But I really, really rate this guy. What a beautiful physique. And he's just been improving in the last few years. So, Lauren, do you recognize this guy? Adam Bamer, do you remember him?
Kind of.
Do you remember this guy at the airport, Heathrow? Do you remember the guy in front of us eating the Skittles? Eating all the candy because he was on a layover from us. Hang on, we got stuck in Heathrow, didn't we? Come back from Vegas.
I don't remember.
Don't you remember back from the Olympia? We got stuck at Heathrow and had to go in that queue because we missed our connecting flight. Come on, you remember? And I was really struggling.
That long ass queue.
Yeah,
okay.
the guy that was in front of us for like 3 hours.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Okay, so the queue was
Polish.
He was really nice. He only had like a few.
Polish power.
Yeah.
Do you remember in Romania?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was really nice.
No, that was Romania, wasn't it? Yeah, because he didn't speak English. Then when he won in Romania, Billy gave him the mic and he says, "Polish power."
Polish power, yeah.
So Adam Bamer. So I think it looked like he was going to get maybe 3rd, 4th place. Apparently he was sick in Spain, but obviously fine here. So who else? Grumpy Grizzly and Edwin Underwood. These are these 2 gentlemen. This Edwin looked really good from the back. So here we go. But it looks pretty like a clear winner to me. Laszlo there to me. What do you think?
It looks really good. Nice vacuum, good waist, nice proportion to leg.
I tell you what, Polish power looks good. Polish power.
Yeah,
looks good.
He looks awesome. It's nice to know that after Vegas and stuff, he's back. And
yeah, because basically our flight was late, so we missed our connecting flight.
That was such a long queue.
Oh, it was a nightmare, wasn't it?
We were there for about 3 hours, and then we tried to get out of the airport. That took longer to get out of the airport than it was to actually be in the queue. Do you remember?
And you've just done a transatlantic flight, and you've been in Vegas for 5-6 days, and you're completely knackered because you've just had an amazing time at the Olympia in Vegas, and you're absolutely exhausted. And
fair due to the British Airways. Thank you so much for putting us in that really lovely hotel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was awesome.
I'm sure the viewers don't want. I couldn't give a shit about that actually. But anyway, back to the show. So so Laszlo, every angle there is looking very, very good. This guy looks good in the back, man. Very, very good in the back shots. But what a beautiful physique that Laszlo's got. Yeah, it's nice, really nice physique. So like I said, congratulations, Laszlo. You qualified for the Olympia now. Here's some. This is really annoying me. I don't know how to get rid of this.
You click on the side.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Success. There we go. This is Jonathan Morio shots. Nice. How does he get these photos up so quick?
I don't know.
This was up after the pre-judging, like literally minutes. I think he has the thing in his phone. And he puts it in, and he puts a card in, and he's shown me actually, he uploads it to his phone, and then he uploads it straight to his Instagram. He has a way of doing it from his camera, his SLR camera, and that's how he gets the photos up as the show's happening. It's incredible. He sits there, because it's amazing. I mean, my God, things were so much slower in my day. Because I used to be a photographer. I was basically a photographer from 1993 till about, when was my last show? 2011. I did the British Grand Prix 2011. But that frontal bicep, absolute killer shot there for Laszlo. This guy looks good. Adam looks good. Yeah, really good lineup. Good lineup. Obviously, we got Barbara Dole, the IFBB Pro Italy promoter, the NPC promoter, doing a great job there. Looks like the show was very, very well supported. I think there was 11 in the category. We might do a live stream review. I think we're gonna have a look at that later on, which we might film tomorrow. So depending on if we get Laszlo as well. So, but like I said, by the time you watch this, you'll know anyways. So it's pointless me saying. Right. Okay then. Here we have. Oh, we got a call out here. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna zoom right in now. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good footage. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Probably no need to do a live stream review now, is there?
I'm doing it.
Laura, we've got it on the screen. Oh, no, you need it for the other categories, don't you, for Buff Bombshell?
Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, Laszlo looks good. Look at the lats. Look at the way the lats pop out. It looks absolutely fantastic. And his conditioning is, it's Patrick Tuor, isn't it? It's Patrick Tuor condition. He's actually got a rubber stamp on his ass, where like a Tuor stamp. That Tuor trademark conditioning. Looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it looks good. For me, I think he could do a little bit more arms. Do you think?
Can you move the cursor away from his leg?
Sorry. I do like the quads.
That's lovely. I think they all look stunning. I love it when they all do different poses on the stage.
What you mean? Because basically...
It makes it so special.
It's one of the compulsories that they have to do a classic shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wish Classic had been around when I was at my peak. I just missed it by a couple of years.
Well, I still think that you should compete again. I do. I said to Giles the other day.
She wants to kill me. She literally wants to kill me.
No, I said to Giles, please like this video if you think it's an interesting idea.
No, please don't like it. Please don't. No, stop.
Should try and compete in men's physique.
Oh my God. No, that is you've got as much chance of. Hang on, I can't be too crude. No, that's not happening. I would never. Sorry, no disrespect, guys, but I would never do men's physique. If I was going to do anything, and my training was going really, really well, which is going absolutely terrible at the moment. I'll come to that in a bit because I'm with a TRT clinic now. Mike Cox is from Balance My Hormones, and we're going to do like a special episode with Ron on the Power Hour with Dr. T and everything. So hopefully in a few weeks when I'm all fixed and haven't got the testosterone levels of an 8-year-old girl.
Oh.
So, and estrogen levels of a teenage girl, because I'm crying at donkey sanctuary adverts at the moment, every single one.
You guys, it's been an interesting year.
I never cry at people adverts though. No. You know the people of like that's a bit bad, isn't it? No. It's only animals I cry at. It is. It's the animal ones. I get really upset when I see people mistreating animals. People, I don't know. I'm more empathetic towards animals.
Well, I know.
Is that fair? Well, there's lots of people that are empathetic more to people, and they cater for those people. And I'm someone that is more empathetic towards animals.
I know you missed a calling doing something with pets.
Babe, I've got a house full of pets. I've got a zoo in my living room, our living room, dear. Have you heard the frogs?
If Giles was not in bodybuilding, he would be
a mouse.
Oh gosh.
No. Sorry, it's a leaf.
He'd be a zookeeper or something.
Yeah. Oh, my poor crow didn't make it.
Oh, so
I saved a crow on Monday. It was the cat caught it. No, the cat's caught it and it had an injured foot, and I tried taking the vets and they put it down. So I was very sad. I cried. That made me cry. So anyway, let's get back to the Sheru Classic. Yeah, that was it really. We got to see. Look at Big Vlad. What is Vlad getting ready for?
I don't know, but he looks sensational.
Because I thought he was going to do Spain. He didn't do Spain. Maybe he's doing Orlando.
Maybe
he's doing Orlando.
Maybe we should contact Vlad.
I can text him anytime.
Exactly.
I love Vlad. Vlad is such a great kid. I love. He is a kid because he's in his 20s.
Oh,
he's such a good guy. I like Vlad. He's very, very hardworking guy. Very humble. Very, very polite. Very easy to work with. Very appreciative. And he's a pleasure to promote. Really, I like him. He's a really good kid. So doing a great job out in. Is it Dubai? He's out in.
I don't know.
Dubai. No, yeah, because there's Kuwait, Dubai, and there's all of them. But people go to either Dubai or Kuwait, don't know. I think he's in Dubai. So, but he's been in condition for a good few weeks now, and he keeps teasing us with what show he's doing, and he's not telling us. But it's going to be very, very soon because he looks basically stage ready now. So I wonder what he's up to. Anyway, right, let's have a look and see if there's anything else on here quickly. I love this guy's account. He puts so much. Oh, this guy stood out to me. Neil Hill's prepping this guy. Luchen Hui 2018.
Wow.
Look at this. I know. Who is this monster? Is he the beast from the east? Is this guy a all water retention? What a dickhead. Is he still with Milos? Needs to start getting roids from China. Well, mate, that's pretty much where all the raw materials come from. So, this is where. Well, look at look on you. If you're taking gear, look at the made in China.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So even the underground stuff, all the raw materials come from China. It's funny. I used to work for a supplement company many years ago. We used to get all these raw material suppliers messaging us, and these emails would be like so long, and it would be whey protein per ton, creatine per ton, and then different grades of creatine, glutamine, all the vitamins. So you can supplement companies can basically manufacture and package their own supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would go down to pro hormones. And then you go down the list and it would be oxandrolone, sustanon, cypionate. And per kilo, basically it comes like a raw material in a kilo powder. I think the cheapest raw materials are like Deca and Sip. And the most expensive were Primo and oxandrolone. That's why they're faked. And that's the ones that women take. And that's why most women don't look like
women.
Yeah. That's why they get a lot, because they're not, what they're taking is not actually Primo or Anavar. It's crap. It's usually something else in there. There's usually another raw material that's cheaper that basically they think will mimic it or be similar to it. So yeah, beware, ladies. If you're gonna get anything, you're gonna be taking anything. Pay the money. Get the good brands. Make sure you get as good a brand as possible. Don't get this underground shit because it's probably not going to be basically what you want, what you're basically buying or hoping to buy.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, yes, this guy looks good. So I'll keep an eye out on him in the next few weeks. I've started to follow him on Instagram, so I will be watching.
The beast from the east.
Yeah. Oh, there's Angel Calderon, second to the Olympia, beat obviously Kamal, second to Sean Clarida in the 212 Olympia. Nice. So he is the number 2 212 competitor in the world. I think what was his placing? Something like 11th, 7th, 4th, 2nd at the Olympia. So every single year has been moving up. I don't know whether we can beat Sean Clarida. I think Sean Clarida is just unless Sean Clarida, God forbid, injures himself. I can see Angel Calderon being the I think he's going to be the main Sean Clarida. Yeah, I just don't see anyone beating Sean Clarida. Sorry. So hopefully Angel Calderon can hold that second position. He's really brought his legs up as well because he used to be very, very top heavy. He's so wide, isn't he?
He looks great. He looks really great.
Yeah, he's
awesome. I like his stripy chest.
Stripy chest. We like stripes.
This is nice.
We like stripy. What do we like, Lauren?
Stripy delts and chest and no jabby jab shoulder.
No jabby jab shoulders, guys. You know who you are. I'm not going to call you out on this episode. Maybe another episode.
That looks nice too, but I just want to see him tighter a little bit on the hamstring.
Well, he's off season.
I know he's off season, but when he comes in, he's going to look great.
Lauren,
he's going to look look at how awesome
Lauren,
he looks now.
The guy's in the off season. Give him a break. I think that's pretty good condition for off season.
Looks amazing.
What do you think he is there?
What, pound wise?
Yeah, I mean, if he's 212 at the Olympia, and I think he's probably one of these guys who's bang on because he's thick as hell.
He is very thick.
I'm guessing he's maybe 240 there, 235, 240,
230.
What, 18 pounds over?
I don't know.
You'll be that the day after the show. Come on, woman.
Giles.
Come on, woman. Speak sense for once.
Okay, 212 stamps me. I'm learning.
Okay. Yeah.
But that looks awesome. I like that.
We like him. He's a nice guy as well.
Yeah,
Like, even though he doesn't speak a word of English. I remember when I took, I've told this story about 1,000 times, when I took Brandon Curry on the Olympia All-Star Tour in March 2020. Took him out to Spain. We went to this gym opening. I forget the name of the gym now. And Brandon, the current Mr. Olympia at the time, they trained legs, and Veronica joined in with them.
That's cool.
Yeah, and Veronica used the same weight.
Wow.
As both of them.
Wow.
And Brandon looked at me and he went, because Brandon went, I've told this story before, forgive me if you've heard it before. And he says to Veronica, she doesn't speak in English anyway, very little. I mean, a couple of words.
She's nice though.
And yeah, she's lovely. And he went to like, as if to say, how many plates would you like me to take off? She went, no. Please. And then it was the upside down, the pancake leg press.
Oh.
And she got underneath and she banged out, and then Brandon was like, because the place was full, there must have been 100, 150 people in the gym. And Brandon was like, okay, I can see this isn't going to be an easy workout.
So for those of you who don't know, Veronica is Veronica Gallego from Spain, IFBB Figure Pro.
Correct.
Awesome lady.
Correct. Has her own show, the Veronica Gallego Classic.
In Spain. I think it's a pro. I don't think it's a pro qualifier, but I think she has one or two of the national shows.
Lauren, I'm going to put you on the spot. Would you say Emilio Martinez is the best European promoter? That's it. Best European promoter.
Oh, that's difficult for me.
Romania. Can you class Jake Wood and those guys and Alina as European, or would you class them as American, just happening to do a show in Romania? Can we? In fact, if we leave them out of it.
Oh, okay. So if I left,
let's play it safe.
If I left Alina Popa and Jake Wood out and the Tim Gardner production team out, and knowing which shows I have been to, because I haven't been to.
Yourself.
I am. Look, it's about myself. Okay. It's right here. Look.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Like I've never seen the Poland show. I've Portugal, and that's been amazing.
Yeah.
Spain has been amazing.
Just say yes.
Oh, it's hard because I
honestly
no, but I also like Prague, and that was amazing. Like there's so many, and then there's Hungary, and then there's everything. They all have something different. Every show promoter does something different with their shows to make it completely unique. And in the Spanish case, I don't know, there's like this kind of like a holiday vibe that you get when you go.
Where?
In Spain.
Yeah.
But it's like this like a club holiday vibe, and it's amazing.
I know. But Emilio's show this year, this M-Pro Classic last week, I feel like he's gone to another level again. Yes. I wasn't there, but I was, obviously we're looking at the live stream, we're looking at the photos, looking at the audience there, and you just straight away you're like, Emilio's leveled up.
It's like a fiesta, like a fiesta on stage, you know?
You get every competitor gets free sangria and paella. That's been a bit racist.
No,
that's not racist.
No, but it's national food. Like
okay, so
national.
Okay.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, Lauren said so. Right. Okay. Then. So Angel Calderon. This is the condition he holds in the off season. He looks really, really good. Actually,
looks awesome.
Yep. I'm sure he'll be a front runner at the Olympia again, because every single year, like I said, I think it's 11th, 7th, 4th, 2nd. You know, and he's obviously a very hungry guy. Also, very excited to see the comeback of Jonathan De La Rosa. Why is he covering up his butt with that funny black? Why is he doing that? Has he pulled his pants up too much?
No, I think he's wearing one of those thong things. And
no, it's not. He's got normal pants on, and he's pulled the pants up his ass to show his glutes off.
No, it's like a.
Oh God, Lauren.
I know those aren't pants.
Anyway, so he's working with Patrick Tuor. Okay, now you've got my attention.
Not the pants, then.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. Why is he putting black marks over his arse cheeks?
Maybe he doesn't want people to see his butt yet.
Yeah, but he's showing it off in the pictures, because obviously the glutes are a body part that are judged. I mean, if you're going to show off your glutes, then show off your glutes. So here's Laszlo in his pants. Look at that shape. Look at his back. I love the way that back comes out.
It's a lovely shape.
I could see him with a bit more arms, though. I just think his physique would just be set off beautifully with a little bit more arms to match that crazy chest and back. And obviously, if he is in this episode, I'll have asked him how far he is under the limit and how close he is to the classic height weight limit. But I'm guessing he's still got a couple of pounds to go. I'm just a feeling, because I've seen classic guys much thicker than this. But look at that shape. I mean, basically, this is what classic was brought in for. This kind of physique.
It looks great.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Right, okay then. I'm going to look one more things. Of course, we have Rafael Brandao now working with Neil Hill. So let's see what that brings. That was no surprise, because, I mean, Rafael's kind of part of, he goes to train at Dragon's Lair, Neil Hill, Flex Lewis, they're all connected. So I'm not surprised that alliance took place. So let's see what happens. And I hope Raphael does the Olympia this year, because I'm sure I heard that he might not be. Forgive me if I've got that wrong. And of course we have Stanimal in the Orlando Pro next week. He gave me a really good interview. I really liked that interview actually.
It was good.
Do you remember that one? Do you? Yeah, really nice guy. And he spoke really nicely about Sean Roden and told some stories I'd never heard before. And
that's a nice quad sweep.
Yeah, nice. There's another guy who moved up from, was it men's physique and then classic, and then he went to Open. I mean, when you see how big he is, you can't believe that he used to be in any category other than open, because he's huge. I mean, he's bloody huge. 10 days out, condition looks great. Right, okay then. They're going to leave that there. I'm going to go to Laszlo Kiraly, see what's on there. That's a cool shot. See, that's what Calvin Klein models should be look like.
No, I think for the average man, it might be very intimidating.
Good. Get their asses in the gym.
I have no comment.
I don't want to see the skinny guys in freaking Calvins. That's not going to make me want to buy the product if I'm some youngster. They should be looking like that.
But not every youngster wants to be like super gym.
But Lauren, if you were pushed and you were going to give them a part of any superhero, what would you give them the part of?
Ooh, okay. Let me think.
Superman?
No, not Superman.
If his hair was more black?
No, not Superman. Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America. I was thinking that.
How do I know
Not
this
Batman, because that one's I've got that one. Sorry.
The only reason why I know about all of this Marvel stuff and DC stuff is because of Giles.
No, it's not. You love it.
I do. It's really good.
Yeah, so...
But he would be Captain America.
He would be a Captain.
Or Green Arrow.
No, he'd be Captain Hungary.
Captain Hungary?
Yes, he's Hungarian. Thing is, though, they can't really hide the accents, can they? Captain Hungary. Yeah, he's always hungry. Yeah, look, see, this is the kind of transformation he's done with Patrick Tuor. Look at that.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my God, that's 16-week progression.
Is that good?
That's incredible.
Does he also cover his... No. Okay.
Lauren.
Sorry.
So look at that. I like the shape. I like the cuts. And look at that.
You really brought the waist in. Look at this.
Look at that. I had that in my first show. That bit there, I could put my finger like up to the halfway up. Like the hole was so deep.
That sounds painful.
I'll show you the pictures in my office. But no, it looked really cool because the skin got so tight, like it is on Laszlo, like here. But I mean, I love condition anyway, so I'm a conditioning snob. You knew that, right?
Yes, Giles is training me at the moment, so he says I have made no improvements this week. It made me very upset.
It takes a while for the body to get going. Sometimes, you just got results don't come overnight. Even though I got ready for a show once in 5 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So, but I was on a shit ton of gear. So, anyway, right, okay. There's not much on there really. Oh, there's Patrick. Yay, Patrick Tuor, my buddy. Oh,
that's nice.
He's cool. Yeah, 108 kilo. We made it. Let's talk on Sunday. And of course, as we know, he won. So yeah, I bet those two are celebrating right this moment. But we'll try and get him on again tomorrow. If we can't get him on tomorrow, we'll have to get him on next episode. But bear with us. We're doing our best to get him. Now, the last thing I want to go to is on the Mr. Olympia, because we had a really cool team up we had Samson Dowda and Derek Lunsford, two of the absolute favourites coming into the Olympia. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'll maintain that I think that Hadi Chupin, Derek Lunsford and Sean Clarida, Derek and Samson Dowda will be the top three at the Olympia this year. I think I'm pretty much decided on that. But yeah, and do you know what? Samson's I think he's just finished his American tour or whatever in Texas today, and I think he flies home now, and he's shutting it down then until November.
He looks amazing. I mean, they both do. I'm so happy for Samson.
Switch.
Oh yeah. Okay, hang on.
Nope.
I was just gonna say. Oh my gosh, you guys.
You got Samson on your ear roll.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna say I really like whatever Milos and Samson have done is pure magic. So it's I'm very excited for him and for Milos to be able to take it to stage again.
But you know what it is? How does Samson manage? It shows you how much focus Samson's got, that he can do all this traveling, all these meeting and greeting, spending all this time speaking to fans, traveling to all these different places, doing all these podcasts and all these different things, all this traveling around, driving and flying, and he's still managing to improve that physique. That absolutely blows my mind.
Well, it's his job now. Like, he's going to do this. Like, this is full time. It's not like he's working. This is his job.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's got his priorities, and he's gonna have time for people. Like, that's amazing that he's got the time.
And I think he's probably.
But it's his. You know, he does it because he loves it. Sorry.
And the thing is, he's going to come home now, and he's going to be absolutely buzzing, isn't he, from having all this love and, you know, from America. I'm wondering when he's going to move to America.
I think.
Oh my God! Look at Derek.
I know.
Oh my God.
Let's have a zoom in.
Derek, you freaking freak of nature.
It's very thick on the back. It's nice.
I think, wow. It's like Dorian Yates' back.
That looks amazing.
Mike? Sorry, I didn't hear them. Yeah, he does look. Oh, they both look fantastic, don't they? I tell you what, Hedy, you better bring his best this year. Otherwise, he could get knocked out by these two guys.
Derek looks sensational too. This is amazing.
I mean, you got Nick Walker as well. I mean, if Hedy doesn't bring it this year, he could fall down to 3rd, 4th, 5th. Do you know what I mean? So, there's Tarek. So, yeah, both very, very hungry, very, very motivated athletes. So, I'm really, really excited to see what these two are going to be bringing. Look at that. He's just looking like he's ready to burst, isn't he, Derek?
Sorry, I was just doing that. I was
note to self, Lauren likes the most muscular.
It's the best pose.
It is the best pose. Cool. Right, okay then. I think that is all we want to see on everything. Right, okay then. Right, yes, okay. Well, like I said, hopefully we've got Laszlo in this episode. If it is, just completely just don't listen to what I'm saying because, like I said, sometimes we film it in one day, most of the time, but sometimes we film it over 2 days. So, okay. Also, do not forget to check out that latest issue of MD. Lauren thought this was an old issue, but it's not. It's the brand new one with DLB on the front cover.
Very cool.
Fantastic article in there. So, so don't forget to get your copy, get a subscription or whatever, pick it up at the trade stand or whatever. I forget the name of the one in America that keeps popping up on the MD Instagram newsfeed, where people see it and they take photos of it, and then they take videos of it, and I tag it, and then I reshare it. You don't know.
We don't live in America.
That's right, we don't. Not yet. Right, okay then, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of MD Global Muscle. And big thank you there to my lovely, lovely assistant, Lauren Lotter, producing, doing all the switching.
Sorry for those technical issues.
Yeah, and we'll get hopefully we won't have any light streaming in again. So, okay, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out.